Hey guys, it's Stefan. I'm back with another video as promised. So today I'm going to do the summer journal tag by Melly. So I will link hers in the description down there, as well as a couple other people that did it that I just really think you guys should check out. So let's just get right into it. The first question is, introduce your current journal and how is your journal working for you? So my current journal, I have two right now. Let me grab this one real quick. Hi, sorry about that, guys. So I'm using two journals right now. This journal right here was sent to me by Nana Journals. I think that's how you pronounce it. She sent me this. It's a little Peter Popper press. And I decided to use this as my self-reflection journal. And I have been doing the challenge by Mindful Musings. Oh God, I don't remember her Instagram. I'll leave it in the description. But I'm doing her 15-day self-reflect challenge. And I decided that I really needed to start reflecting on my life, on myself a little bit, because I've noticed that in the past 6 months or so, I have progressively just gotten sadder and sadder and sadder. So I really need to just reflect on what makes me feel that way, how to prevent myself from feeling that way, and just really getting in touch with myself. And I thought that this journal was the cutest little journal, and I could take it in my purse everywhere. That way when I'm feeling a certain type of way, I can write it down. Next up is my, it's called Bando Journal, which I've shown you guys multiple times. It's pretty scratched up. This is my current journal. I'll just give you a quick little flip through. Writing, more writing, more writing. This is when I lost my little Simba last year. More writing. Some boudoir pictures I had taken, shirt ideas, Fright Farm, when I got to see my first ever performance, and I got to see the Oak Ridge Boys, my James Charles palette, and Crystal's like journal challenge, things like that. So that is my current journal, and this journal is working so well for me. This is the first time in a long time that I have written every single day for more than a month, and it's just mind-blowing to me that I am actually doing it, and it makes me feel so happy. So I would say that these two journals together are making life really, really enjoyable for me, and I love how they kind of match a little bit. They're both gray, but yeah. I don't know where to lay them. Oh my goodness. Second one is introduce your other current journals. I kind of did that with that journal, but I actually have a couple more. I have this journal here, which is what I'm doing my, I'm doing like a 1 word a day kind of thing. I just thought that that'd be pretty cool. So pretty much what I do with this journal is I write the date, and then I write 1 word of how it describes the day. No more, no less, just 1 word. And I always try to think of creative words to use so that it broadens my vocabulary as well. This here is my dream journal. I pretty much just write down my dreams. Like this one here was from July 9th. Last night's dream was nuts. It all began with Eric and I being stranded on a beach where everyone was killed but us. So I have some pretty weird dreams, and I am I don't remember exactly what it's called. Oh, lucid. I'm a lucid dreamer, so if I don't want something to happen in my dream, I subconsciously make it not happen. So that's kind of an interesting take on my dreams. I also have very vivid dreams. Like I almost always remember my dreams in the morning, which is kind of rare for you to remember like every dream. But I keep this journal here. I just chose this for my dream journal because it has a unicorn on it and it's magical. So just thought that was cute. The next journal I also keep is my prayer journal. This is also my Bible study journal, prayer request, things like that. Most of these are pretty personal, so I'm not going to actually show you inside, but this is my front cover. And this is the inside of my front cover. And then, I wrote down here, I write down prayer requests and things like that, and I always skip a page, just in case they get answered. I like to write when God answered them, and things like that. Next up is my time capsule journal. I just use a smash book for it. I don't really have a lot in it, so there's really not much to show you. I kind of just put time capsule journal in here, and I put like the date that I started, and I'm going to start keeping track of things that happened in my life that are enjoyable, things that I need to remember. Like, for instance, a few years back I had a friend that was killed by her two friends, and I really think that that's something I need to memorialize in here, and once I get this finished I will share it with you guys, but that's just another one I used. Next question is, what is the journal you used last year? Sadly, the journal I used last year was the same journal that I'm using this year. Because I can tell you exactly, about February 2018, I stopped writing and did not regain writing until September 20th when I got accepted on the dance team. So that's why I'm still kind of working on this one. But this one is almost full. I have like 3 pages left in it. And then I'm going to do a journal flip through. Number 4 is, what pens are you using? So I use pretty much 4 pens all the time. It doesn't really change. I use these 2 gel pens here. These are the Jelly Roll gel pens. This one they're both metallic. This one's like a metallic blue, and this one's like a really pretty like green. I pretty much use these 2. I love to use this Pilot razor point pen. This is kind of like how small it is. I just love how it writes. I can write really small. If I have a lot to say, I use this one. And then this pen here is probably my favorite all-time pen. This is a Jetstream pen. This is what the tip looks like. If you guys can see it. Oh my goodness, work for me here. Okay. Yeah, so this one here, when you write, it just writes so smooth, and I absolutely love writing with it. So typically I just use these 4 pens. I do have quite a lot of pens that I'm thinking about getting a pen case for, so that I do have more options. But these are typically the 4 pens that I use almost all the time. I do tend to gravitate toward this one a little bit more than these ones, just because I love how this one writes. This is actually my 3rd pen this year because I use this pen so much. Number 5 is, what is your summer journaling inspirations? So to be completely honest with you, I noticed that during the summertime, a lot of people do journal challenges on Instagram, and I really enjoy doing those, so that kind of gives me inspiration to write. Excuse me, as well as I really like to be outside journaling, so that kind of gives me the inspiration. Like, if it's really sunny outside, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it's such a great day, let's go down to the river or something and go journal. So really just summer itself is an inspiration to write for me. I also write a lot during the winter months, so it's kind of like the same. Like, I love when it's warm and it's sunny, and I can get my tan on while I'm like I can have a cold drink, like have some wine or something like that. And I do the same thing in this winter time, except I like to listen. You guys are gonna laugh. Let me tell you a secret. I have a smart TV over here. Let me actually show you guys if it'll show you without falling. Okay, so I have a smart TV right there. And what I do when I want to journal in the wintertime, I look up Roaring Fireplace on YouTube, and I play it on my smart TV and journal while like drinking tea. So I do something similar to that during the summertime. When I'm inside journaling, I play my favorite classical music on the TV, so that I can journal, because classical music is so inspiring to me. I don't know about anybody else, but it is so inspiring to me. So, okay, last question is, what journal are you using next? Or you can create a question. So I decided to create a question. I chose the question, do you prefer writing prompts to help you journal, or do you prefer to free write? For me, it really depends on my mood. Typically, I love having journaling prompts because there's a lot of times that I have like writer's block where I'm not quite sure what I want to write about. So I kind of just don't write. Like, I could just start writing and like force myself to write, but then it starts to feel like a chore. And so I typically like to have journaling prompts, which is why I like when people do challenges. Like Crystal did a challenge in June, which I'll link her channel below. You guys gotta check her out. She did one in June, so I did one in July. And if you guys want to check that out, I'll link it down there as well. And it just makes me want to write more. And I've been writing more. For almost 30 days, I've constantly wrote in my journal. And it's just such a freeing experience. So for me, I do typically like to write with journal prompts. Unless I really have like a lot of built up emotions, then I just free write. And I mean, I free write. Like 2 or 3 pages, I like take all of this and just go right on the paper. So it really depends, but typically journal prompts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely check out the original creators video in the description below. And if you guys do it, definitely comment in the comments below and let me know, because I'll definitely check it out and watch it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!